The Nintendo Shack is back. Welcome to another episode of PSVG's Nintendo Shack. Of course, a proud member of the Play Some Video Games Podcast Network. And of course, we're a member of that little old Patreon group of Make Us Better. Welcome to the show. I am Jason. I am here, and I am joined by the crew. We're all here. Caroline is in the house.
The Nintendo. Yeah.
Wow,
I forgot my own rap. That was pretty weird.
Yeah, where's the rhyme that you said?
All right, so wait a second. It's.
I leave one episode and then it's gone.
Nintendo's here to entertain.
This is terrible.
I'm the girl that loves the game. Caro is the name. Pretty much. You know.
It's time to flex with Flux. Just do that every time or something.
Flex with Flux.
And King Koopa himself, Donnie Reece.
Dudes! Greetings, Koopalings! What's going on?
Yeah, the dudes is definitely mine.
I love it. I hype her up, and then she's like, I don't even remember my thing.
Yeah, she's so soft. She's like,
my shtick is gone.
Don't.
Hey guys, you're keeping me up too late because Jason is lame and can't start
whoa!
early.
Shell shock, Ted! Already going and...
I'm tired. But anyway, we're here. Welcome back to the Shack. It's good to be back. Hope you guys are doing well on a Friday morning. If you're listening, and if you're here live, we're happy to have you here for the live show. Guys, it's been it's been a weird week. I enjoyed the show last week. Shout out for Mr. Ryan coming on, representing Nintendo Nostalgia on the show. Donnie, props to you for doing the Wii U gifting. I haven't chimed in on that. I'm all about that.
Team Donnie?
I'm all about that. Yeah, Team Donnie all the way.
Oh, thank you.
There's been a couple times where I look back and I'm like, I kind of wish I still had my Wii U, but I still have, like, when I was younger, I gave away I had gotten my Genesis. I gave away my NES and all my games. And I seem to remember, because my mom works for a nonprofit through the state, and they do a lot of, like, improvement agencies and work with, like, Head Start and foster grandparents, a lot of helping families in need. And I seem to remember I donated my NES to, like, a family that I really used it. That's what my brain reminds me of what happened there. And, like, now today, I have my NES for my dad that I had at my dad's house. I have that still now. I have my Genesis in a box. I have my GameCube. I have a PS2. And often I'm just like, why? None of it has come out of the box since they've gone into the box. And part of me is like, well, I'm going to show my son someday these things. And then I'm like, am I really though? I'm not even going to have a TV to connect them to, most likely, at that point. It's like, it's just stuff. Just let it go.
Mine is.
I'm like the anti-Caro.
I know.
The complete opposite.
So fun stuff. We're, like, currently looking for a house, right? And the game room has to be a thing. I want an area to display all of my games. So it's like, for me, put them all on the shelves, have a nice little shrine I'll walk into and be like, it's so nice, it's so pretty. I can't wait to have a CRT TV,
Oh my god. By the time that day comes, it'll just be like one box that has all those games on it that you plug in. It's like the size of a USB stick. Not to tangent, but that's kind of one of my things that I've always said when we talk, physical versus digital versus streaming and all that is the games that deserve to, like, exist probably will. Like the majority of them will. And they'll exist in super easy, convenient ways, and you'll be able to click of a button, you'll be able to play them. So, yeah, it's not really a thing.
Yep. Shout out to the chat. Sean is laying over practically in LaGuardia right now for his flight's delayed. And my wife had a horror story too. She flew into LaGuardia when she went to New York, and the same thing. No good things about that.
Same
airport.
thing here. We laid over 14
terrible.
hours waiting for a flight once.
JFK is the way to go.
But Sean has an open seat to come to Shack because, he's got to come. We launched our standalone podcast feed, which you can go download and subscribe to the show. Tell your friends.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Sean Capri deserves lots and lots of credit for this, so he's going to come Shack with us soon.
He wanted to happen. He darn well better be subscribed to it, or I will file a formal complaint to the Prime Minister of Canada and the mounted police of the Yaks, the Canadian Royal Mounted Yaxmen.
The Mounties.
That's what I learned from Ren and Stimpy, right?
Oh, I think I remember that episode, actually.
Our country reeks of trees. Our yaks are really...
I don't remember that part.
Oh, yeah,
I don't...
old school 90s Nickelodeon was the best.
So, yes.
Sorry, Sean, we love you.
Thank you for the press release on the feed. I appreciate that. Especially after all the work you did, Donnie, to get it up and running. So, and let's not. We're going to toot Shaq's horn because that's what we're here to do. But yes, the other shows are coming along. Dev is furiously working behind the scenes, getting OT up there. I mean, he's still done.
He still hasn't even gotten a Switch. Speaking of which, guys, this past week I had a dream that Dev bought the Fortnite Switch bundle, and he said, "Guys, you can't get onto me anymore. I've got it." And we were just like giving him crap, like, "You're gonna play Fortnite? Seriously? Out of any game that you could possibly play, it's Fortnite?" And I woke up and it was all a dream. I was like, "Of course, Dev wouldn't have still bought the Switch. What are we talking about?"
It's because he saw that commercial with Ninja, and he's like, "I gotta get that version."
He's getting one. He's getting
national team with Ninja. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. But how are you guys doing? What's new? What's cooking?
I mean, you guys know, as Discord already knows, we just had Hurricane Michael remnants pass through, brought down a couple dozen trees, tornado, and it's really hard to predict the weather, but it almost always seems to happen. It's great. Our National Weather Service, they have a really good batting average. For 4 days, they warned the entire state that this was going to be bad, right? At no point in time was my county included in any of the warnings. It wasn't in the tropical storm warning. We weren't expecting lots of rain. We weren't expecting lots of wind. We were out of the tornado watch. And, of course, we got tons of rain, tons of wind. We had a tornado.
Yeah.
So for the last 2 days, I've been doing that. So I haven't been playing a whole lot. So I'm glad I played some stuff last week before I came. So
yeah, that's good. That's very good.
Adult life.
Adult life always. Well, shall we? We've got some news that we can run down for the people.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, it feels like we're in a bit of, well, we're going to have these valleys and these peaks and these slumps and these things. And for me, I feel like we're just kind of treading water a little bit. Maybe that's because I'm being too much of a,
emo flux?
Yeah. I mean, what? Well, yeah.
Why did I just imagine it was like Gerard Way?
We'll talk to that a little more when we hit what you're playing, because
okay.
I've got a perfect story about that. But Donnie made me do all the work, and I had to find the news articles. That's a lot of pressure to find stuff that's like,
God,
is this topical? Is this even things people are going to care about?
I'm sorry, guys.
I don't even know. So
sticking it to the man.
This is what I came up with. First of all, I think it's important that we have to reminisce about the further death of the Wii U, and Famitsu is no longer tracking sales of the Wii U in Japan. I'm sorry. The final figure will stand at 3.3 million.
You mean to tell me that it was like still on shelves in Japan?
I mean, how hard was it to track? You're like, oh, they sold one whole SKU in the entire,
Yeah.
I mean, the effort level had to be very minimal.
I mean, having just recently packed up the Wii U, I'm wondering just how bad it looks, like on a shelf. You have this big box Wii U thing with the console and thing, and then next to it, you just have this nicely compacted like Switch.
It's not so bad.
You just like compare them.
Somebody
next to
that
each
has
other.
it.
It's like, which one of these do you want?
I mean, a couple months ago, I was strongly considering trying to get one just so I could play Smash 4 again.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm like, well, it's just 50-something days. I'm fine.
I will say this: like every Wii game that I've played, I pull it and put it on my Wii U, just because it runs better and easier. Like Xenoblade for the Wii, I played on my Wii U, and if I ever want to play a Wii or Wii U game on stream, I've already got my HDMI.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, much better fit. I agree. I love the tagline here: "Press U to pay respects" in the article. So, hey, why don't you go back and listen to Wii U Remember Me, a great episode of Nintendo Shack, and we further eulogize
pre-Caro days.
Pre-Caro days. Donnie is stepping away from the stream, so Caro, it's up to you and I. We're going to do the heavy lifting here.
Yeah.
I hope you're up to the challenge.
Whatever.
I think you're good.
He's just abandoned us all this week.
Speaking of Fortnite, since you brought up Dev's Switch bundle, he's going to trade in his Smash bundle here, and he's going to go with the Fortnite. I have a feeling. Fortnite's getting a $30 physical edition, courtesy of Warner Brothers.
I saw that, and I was very tempted because you know how I am about my physicals, and I just can't get into that. I can't get into that kind of game.
Yeah, not Switch exclusive by any means. It's coming to all the other platforms as well. But it's interesting that we see it just further shows that like Fortnite's like captured the world.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, we've got Todd McFarlane's company making figurines of it.
Mm-hmm.
We've got commercials for Samsung on it. We've got now it's getting physical. I mean, it's kind of funny. Donnie posted, "You're not your back." He posted that news about how PUBG's got this pro league thing, and it's like I don't know how PUBG is still a thing.
Yeah, who cares at this point?
Especially with Blackout, like just impending doom.
Yeah, I mean, the last time I heard anyone talk about PUBG was Kevin, because he was still streaming it with his cousin, I think, that wanted to play it.
Sure.
But then, like, everyone went to Fortnite, and then I'm interested to see the Call of Duty effect when this hits, just how much that is going to steer the conversation. I feel like Fortnite has a really good thing going. I think with how they're, I think it's a good model that, why we'll see in Splatoon, but I think what they've done is take that to a whole new level with their continuous development, continuous improvement, the events they do, the seasons, the battle pass, all the stuff. I mean, that's really how you run a game as a service.
And I mean, I don't want to like just jump in and talk about Fortnite because the game's been up forever. We've talked about so many things, but I will say that for the first time ever, we bought a battle pass.
Oh, wow.
I just put some money into that game, and it's one of the things I was holding for what we've been playing, but it's kind of one of the things that I've been playing, or at least my house has been playing, and my son was so excited. It's been one of the few times he's popped when I bought him a battle pass, and he finally had skins and dances like his friends and stuff, because he's just been playing.
Wait, his friend Johnny Casino?
His friend Johnny Casino, yeah, my son's friend Johnny Casino. I'm waiting for like my son to say he's going on Johnny's podcast.
John Casino Bueller.
That would be precious if Jack were actually there, though.
Yeah,
it's precious.
So we're doing that. So we put the money in, we got the stuff, but I mean, like the new season with animals, like pets. I mean, that's where it's at.
Oh no!
Yeah, Carol, and you've got like a dog and a lizard and stuff. You put it in your backpack and like fly around. And yeah. I was like, oh, we gotta buy that. We need the puppy. We got to put the puppers in the backpack, and so that's fun.
No, if the cat's in there, but it might become a thing on my Switch.
Here's how big this is. So like my son and his friends, they love Fortnite. That's all they play at school. My son goes to school and he goes, "Hey guys, my dad finally bought a battle pass," and he's telling them we've got some character that's in the thing. I don't know. He's got stuff. They were so excited they came to his house. Like 5 kids came over to see it.
Oh,
wow. That's like old school.
That is old school. It's
playground
like,
stuff.
Hey,
it's like, hey, I got this game. And like, we gotta come see it.
We gotta go to your house. Yeah.
We bought the season pass, and like literally like 5 kids showed up the next day at the house, and they're like, "We're here to play Fortnite with Jack," and they all sat downstairs and they played Fortnite. They just took turns playing Fortnite. So it's huge, man. It is like the it thing. It's the biggest game.
It's just. I mean, the Switch release got me to actually try it and play it a little bit, and it's fun, but it's just not FlexSay fun.
Okay.
It's not Garbo. It's not on my FlexSay scale. It's not Garbo, but it's just not for me.
I mean, me, I'm all about campaign shooters, but I mean, for what it is, it's fun. It's fun to turn on and and try to do stuff.
Yeah. There was a Switch update that hit.
Yep,
We're at version 6.0.1. Guess what? We are
super
stable. We're super stable.
So much stability.
You thought the 3DS was stable? Let me tell you, the Switch, super stable.
Like the bottom of a cheerleader pyramid, just the base, just that super stable base.
Having been a cheerleader, I can tell you that thing is not stable.
Were you a top or a base?
I was a flyer top. So like, it's not stable at all.
I feel like that's a pecking order thing for women. Like before I go and just become super sexist thing, like I wonder, like, do you feel any like superiority by being a flyer versus being a base?
No.
Because
it was a matter of...
It's a one-team thing. You know what I'm saying about Jason?
Smallest.
It's like, you're a lineman, you're a quarterback. One of you probably feels a lot better about yourself, You know what I'm saying?
I was running back and a wide receiver.
Yeah,
Let me just say,
you don't even touch the
don't
ball.
look fondly back on my days of cheerleading. No offense to any cheerleaders out there. I clearly broke the mold, I just
Caro the
kind
cheerleader.
of went away from that kind of stuff. So it's all about it.
Hey, where's your Pikachu costume, by the way?
My hoodie is in the closet. I put it away. It got a little bit warm on me, but
do you have one of the ones with like the hood? Is that what we're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah. So just to go off to the side, Brian has this thing with his.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. No, okay. So he has boys. Family friendly podcast. Okay. All right. Oh my god. Okay. So Jesus. We have Brian I can't even right now. Oh my god. Brian has at his firm a thing for all of the children of the attorneys and all of the support staff and stuff for the children to come and trick or treat office to office inside their firm, which I think is really cool. So he signed me and him up to run, a little candy area out of his office. And I was like, well, we got to get costumes for it. And so I decided if I can be Pikachu, he can be Ash Ketchum. So he's got the vest, the hat, the gloves, and he's just going to be wearing the jeans. And I'm rocking the Pikachu hoodie that's got like the hood with the little ears and the face on top of it. So it'll just be a cute little...
I'm not going to make the joke that should be made here. Ladies and gentlemen, you make that joke in your own head.
Donnie Reece taking the high road.
That's it.
Never thought I'd see the day.
We've already had a pre-cast discussion where I've said that I've wanted to hurt Donnie on a couple of occasions based on his.
It was good.
Look at this face that he's making. I mean, this is just.
I'm cute now though. I've got curls. You guys see how long, like how much hair I've got going on these days?
Whatever.
My hair is super long. It's like as long as it's been in years. My wife is
so cute.
She's so happy. She loves the curls. So I get away with
me?
it. No. Melissa, she loves the curls. So.
You guys, you're going to know they've resolved an issue where internet connection test does not display correct results for download and upload speed, because you're going to want that.
Can you do that? I didn't even know you could do that. You can do that? Wow. Yeah.
And an issue where some licensed controllers' motion controls, such as tilt function, respond incorrectly. You don't want that.
No.
You don't want that.
Of course, I never used gyroscope anyway, so whatever.
According to an indie dev, the Nintendo Switch is the easiest console to work with. Nintendo has done a complete 180. They're pretty much how Sony was years ago.
So I haven't read the article because literally I just woke up. But in this quote, is it they're the easiest to develop for, or they're the easiest Nintendo console to develop for?
I think that's probably just Nintendo Life being liberal with that.
Okay.
That statement.
I mean, that's good because
it's good.
I remember doing I remember regurgitating detailed specs on Project Cafe's chipset and how, how developers had to make it work with the gamepad and everything. I remember trying to tell people that, and it was really hard. Nintendo's been doing their own thing for a while, so that's really good to hear.
Well, and I remember hearing the horror stories from devs of all the hoops they had to jump through just to get, approved in the program, and it seemed just like it was a lot of headache, a lot of back and forth. Like much what we heard from Z-Boyd Games talking about, their experience, but
yeah,
it's nice that and everything's going to be different from each developer, but
it really just seems like, it seems like it's really just a matter of the type of game. If you're running a smaller-ish cartoon-styled version of the game, getting it to Switch doesn't seem like an issue.
No, if you're running a pixel side scroller, you better put it on Switch
platformer.
Because that's where you're going to be. Because I believe, you correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the Alwa's Awakening performed great on Switch.
Isn't it crazy interesting how certain console owners buy and play certain types of games?
That's an interesting concept. I can't believe it.
I mean, it is. I know, when you say that, it doesn't sound like that, but Seth, for example, right? Seth has a PlayStation and a Switch, and he's always constantly talking about how he can play all these games on PlayStation 4. But sales prove that even though these games are available on PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 4 has bounds and bounds and bounds of more people to sell to, nobody buys it.
Right.
Yeah. I do think that's interesting. I really do, because it's kind of like there are horses, for courses. There are types of games that will sell better on Switch just by default.
Yes.
You know, and that's interesting. It's an interesting thing. I'm not sure if it's
I do that same thing when I had my Xbox and I had the PC, but I know there's games I would rather play it on the Switch where I can just go click the button and set it down and pick it up and take it over here and click the button and play it again. And
for me, that's like Minecraft. I don't know. Minecraft is just one of those games that feels like a niche kind of game for the Switch. Niche Switch.
My thing is the flip side of that coin that I've always wondered is I always wonder if it's because all of the other games that are selling on PlayStation and Xbox aren't available on Switch. Would these games still sell well if the cards were equal, or is it because they're not that these other folks get run?
Yeah,
Yeah. That's always kind of I don't know.
Yeah, I should add that this quote that the article is based on comes from Luke Bernard, who's the chief creative officer of the development studio Arcade Distillery, team behind Plague Road, Mecho Tales, and Kitten Squad. So,
Amazing
that
games.
quote was, no, each platform has their own set of rules and submission process. The easiest so far has been Switch. I can't mention how much because of NDAs, but that's the easiest one. They're fast with emails, easy to get a hold of with developers. Nintendo has done a complete 180. They're pretty much how Sony was years ago. Sony was at the height of the indie scene, and now it's kind of become Nintendo who's like that. So there you go. There you go. Good on you, Nintendo, because I mean, indies are having great success there. I like it. And Switch has no games, so we need all the indies to come here to give us games because there's no games to play on Switch. Sorry, guys. And I think the last little thing I pulled was just our top 30 Switch eShop titles for September. It's always kind of fun to see that and see how things rank and see where titles stack. And unfortunately, guys, Fortnite is present. Not
that Fortnite pumpkin face is just terrifying. I mean, that's a nightmare fuel. Yeah.
But look at that, Undertale and Hollow Knight, the first actual paid games, taking the second and third spot. Hollow Knight's been in the top 5 for quite
several months, yeah.
And I'm kind of surprised about that. Super Mario Party only in the 5th spot. What do we got?
I think there'll be more of this, but this is for September, isn't that correct?
It is.
Yeah,
so they're on the tail end of that. So
yeah, exactly. Good point. Anything? Wow, Mario Kart 8 up there in the top 15.
Sounds right. Oh. The Binding of Isaac, a game that came out pretty early on, still charting digitally.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Ooh, the way remastered. I've been meaning to pick that up, and I think that was like what $5, so I'm sure that's why that's.
I think it's hilarious. Okay, Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. That's great. Surgeon Simulator. Are you serious, guys?
Oh yeah.
This is like, I watched gameplay of it. It is absolutely ridiculous. Just ridiculous. It's one of those dumb games.
Yeah. City Skylines. That kind of got some hype coming to the Switch, and then I've never heard anything again about it. I think the last time I heard much about it was from Professor Switch talking about it, and
he really likes it.
Mario Tennis still there, and look at that, Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey still hanging on in the top 30. I don't see let me just do a search. No Shovel Knight on there. Shovel Knight got bumped out. Womp, womp, womp.
Jeez, I don't think that'll be the case come January.
No. Once King, I'll be really interested to see what the physical numbers put up too, because I think that's going to sell. And good for them as well. But Donnie, you got something in your email inbox that I did not this week. A little survey from Ubisoft.
Let me tell you, it wasn't little. The thing took me like 30 minutes to fill out. Seriously.
Wow, really?
It was legit, like super long. And I did too, because I was sitting there just like marking tree down calls and whatnot, so not anything else better to do. So, very interesting survey from Ubisoft. It literally just said, hey, you played a Ubisoft game on Nintendo Switch, we want to hear about it. And I thought it would be something super small. Kind of have you done like the Nintendo surveys that they send you? Like, hey, you picked up a game on Switch, and you're like, did you like it? 10, and that's it, and it's done.
I always get the surveys just for going to the digital storefront.
There you go. So this wasn't that at all. This was a very detailed survey that I'm pretty sure was basically just polling ideas for Kingdom Battle 2. Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle 2.
Oh, Mario and Rabbids.
So,
I saw those screenshots that you posted, like, which character are you most interested in?
Yeah.
Why do you like this character? Would you want to play as this character if we made a game featuring this character?
Would you say you're fond of this character? How fond of this character? And then they pitted every Mario character and every Rabbid Mario character. So there's like 4 pages of just characters. Bosses, you had to rate all of your favorite bosses.
Wow.
The most interesting
part, Please tell me you did the opera one as 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did. The most interesting part, though, was towards the back end, once you got through all the characters and whatnot, and, you told them whether or not you sold it, you bought it used, all that jazz. They started asking you for future updates to Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. What would you like to see? Game modes? Battle Royale mode? Zombies mode? Would you like a more exploration game? Would you like more narrative? Would you like to customize your weapons? Would you like more upgrade charts? Would you like a harder game? And they literally just pages and pages and pages of ideas of what they could do with it.
Wow.
Open world, exploration, more puzzles, less puzzles, all kinds of stuff.
I wonder how many people got this survey, because I didn't get it.
It was really interesting. They're asking...
I wonder how they determined it, too.
One of the things that... the one in the screenshot that I pulled up real quick was just the type of game mechanics that you wanted. Do you want combo moves? The ability to chain multiple moves together for extra points? Counter
combo
moves?
breakers.
Deeper RPG mechanics? Do you want to grab items from the battlefield, like mushrooms or stars or anything? Like, do you want Mario stuff fluttering the battlefield that you can grab? Would you like to be able to create your own building cover? I don't know, like, what they're thinking about, like, some Fortnite thing, you know? Like,
I want a map that tells me exactly where the stupid little challenge toads are, because wandering around those guys was such a pain.
No, see, I love doing that kind of stuff.
They ask you if you want interactive and dynamically changing battlefields. That I love.
That would be cool.
So I voted for that one. I'd like the ability to redo your last action, maybe by spending coins.
Ooh.
So like maybe you collect coins
like
and
a
stuff.
rewind feature.
There you go. Do you want a stealth option? Would you like to be able to sneak up or sneak through levels?
Ooh.
Things like that. So basically, I ultimately said, hey, I love everything about the game. I would like more exploration, less puzzles. I hate the navigation. More characters, more story, more game modes. And yes, my number one ranked, Zombie Mario Rabbids. I don't know what that is, but I want it. I want that right away. I think it'd be like Zombie Rabbids, and that sounds like amazing.
Bunch of dry bones coming.
I can see like a box art of like Mario and Peach like back to back with guns, you know, and like Yoshi with a shotgun in between them, and just zombie Rabbids just coming, you know, closing in all around them. And I was like, yes. Why don't I want this game that I didn't know I wanted? We need this to be a thing. So absolutely, because you know I've often said Nintendo needs a shooter. And they've got Splatoon. They need shooting stuff.
FPS.
This could be more of a shooter type thing. At the very least, it could be like a sub mode. You know. So
I think there's a related headline to this too that said that the dev team of Mario Rabbids is working on something.
I'm sure they are. Yeah. I'm sure it sold super well. I'm sure Nintendo was like, that's great.
I can't imagine why you wouldn't. And now it's like, how do you know, that was a good first foray. Now it's like, okay, let's take that concept, let's add to it, let's take the good things, let's rip it apart, let's shake it up, let's make it bigger.
I'm sure we see something at E3 2019, considering they debuted it in 2017. Early. 2018, we got the Donkey Kong DLC. This coming E3.
That's early if they're scoping out entire new modes. You know, I would imagine by this,
maybe they've
Conga mode, Donkey Konga mode.
They might have already explored with adding stuff in here. They've had 2 years technically. Because I think Donkey Kong had already been finished and they were just polishing it pretty much.
My only thing to maybe temper your expectations is that this isn't Nintendo, it's Ubisoft. They have a lot of things that they do.
Right.
So I would imagine, you know, some of these folks have probably been doing Starlink stuff, doing Assassin's Creed stuff. You know, they've been doing stuff. So it's not like they're just sitting around going, we got to do more Kingdom Battle. It's probably not like super high on their to-do list. They're doing Just Dance.
Starlink next week.
Next week, it's out.
Are any of us getting it day one?
No. Benji's got it on pre-order, and apparently
I got no monies for that.
So the digital version, you get 5 aircraft or spacecraft to use, 7 people or warriors, I don't know what they call them, and then like a whole bunch of other more stuff. So it really behooves you to get the digital version.
I got like $20 I'll have left to ride, depending if I get Diablo or not. If I don't get Diablo, I'll have a bit more, but I'll have like $20 to float by.
Can I shame you into getting Diablo? Because like if you don't get Diablo and I do, now I'm gonna feel really bad because I'm the only one getting Diablo, and here I am again alone on an island by myself.
Kevin's getting Diablo.
Is he?
Matt Knight's getting Diablo.
Never mind.
Tom Servo's getting Diablo.
We don't need you anymore, Jason. Never mind. Go for it. Go buy.
Ribo's getting Diablo.
Go get some super hard indie platform.
Devin chat says he's getting a Switch on November 2nd.
Yeah. He's that's a thing. We've told you that multiple times. I was wondering that when
he showed us the receipt.
Yeah, he showed us the receipt.
Wow.
It's happening. Now here's the thing though. He's totally not allowed to shack until he plays Golf Story. That's the thing. He's not allowed to come shack until he plays Golf Story. He's got to play it.
He's gonna have. No
so
way.
It's a part of the bet, Jason. Part of the bet is he's got to get a Switch, Golf Story, and Breath of the Wild. Now
Well, if he takes as long to get Golf Story and Breath of the Wild as he did to get the Switch, he'll probably be on shack then, circa 2020 sometime.
Well, let this be the last time we mention his name until he plays Golf Story. So let's move on.
All right, yeah.
But I mean, I've already said this a billion times, but Starlink's totally a Christmas present, so I got to hold off. So I'm sorry, guys, if you're looking for impressions, that's going under the Christmas tree.
Yeah. Usually, there's like games I have to play, like games I want to play at release because either there's a multiplayer component or as the dreaded be part of the conversation thing breaks in. But with Starlink, I really feel like that's one where I can just play it when I want to, and if that's when, and that means play it when there's a sale.
Sure.
when I can save some money or when I have the extra money to spend on it.
Black Friday is just a few weeks away. It makes a lot of sense. Yep. It's a toy more than probably a game. And I'm super happy that you get all those digital rewards. I don't think anybody buying this game on Switch is not getting the Fox. And
I say, or the thing
nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Or I don't buy the game at all, and I just get the Fox R-Wing.
That's why I want it. That's the only reason I want it.
Maybe I'll get it, and maybe I'll just like scalp it towards Caro. Like, how much do you want Fox?
I feel like I have to play it at some point just for the Star Fox thing, and I'm going to play as Fox and only Fox.
Yep, same thing.
Unless they let me play as other members of the Fox team, and I'm not going to do anything else. I'm going to play it as the Star Fox game I want. So that's that. Guys, we also had the first extra release of games on the Switch Online service. We have monthly. We're having more games drop. I want to be excited about these, but for the most part,
I forgot about them because they're so underwhelming.
I'm excited about one. Seriously. The Nintendo, the Zelda SP thing. I think that is super cool.
Yeah. So
I think it's a great idea for
we had NES Tournament Golf. What's the full title of that?
NES Open Tournament Golf.
Open Tournament Golf. Solomon's Key. It's like some weird platforming garbo. And Super Dodgeball, which is like, it looks like you took River City Ransom and matched it up with that volleyball game that was on NES. That's what it reminds me of. But it's some weird dodgeball game. And then, they still.
Can I play as Average Joe's?
No.
Then I'm out.
Everyone knows that you got to be Dwight Goodman.
Team Global Gym.
Yeah.
It's here at Nintendo Shack. We're better than you, and we know it.
And we know it. That's there you go. You got to put that bumper in there this week. And they stealth launched Zelda SP, which was out of nowhere. There's this Zelda version that gives you 300 rupees, something like that, and a ton of weapons, like the white sword, the power bracelet, a bunch of the items to make the game easier. So
I think that's great for children that have never played the game and their dad played it or something, and the dad wants the kids to experience this game that he played. And
I mean, I'll be honest, if I tried to play Zelda, I would struggle through it. I've played through it on. I have the DS. Was it the Game Boy Advance? Is that what plugs into the DS?
Yeah, the GBA original.
Yeah, I have that version of the game, and that's how I played through it. Was on that during one of my jobs. I worked like second shift, and I was by myself, so I was like.
She's like, this is great for kids, and they help people. This is great for Donnie, because I ain't doing all that mess either. I was never going to start Zelda until they did this, and they were like, we can boost you forward. I was like, okay, now I might take a look at it. Maybe, okay, that makes sense.
We need to have Adventure of Link done that way, because I personally love Adventure of Link, and I think more people would appreciate it if they had the extra
if it wasn't so super hard.
I think they just needed a full, a lot of podcasts have talked about for years. We just needed a full-on, remake of Adventure of Link, a remaster or something. Because I think
on 3DS to incite everybody and get everybody upset,
to piss Kevin off. We gotta hit our Kevin Austin quota.
There you go.
And mention his name. So, Kevin, I don't like to make fun of you, Kevin, but I seriously, man, I'm really convinced that you do hate everything.
Everything.
I mean,
it's all things.
Everything, Kev. I just.
And he mentioned, because it's so funny, because he just got just a little bit, like a few days worth of people saying, giving him some flack, and he's like, oh, everything I say, everybody hates. And I was like, man, this is my life. This is PSVG Donnie. This is everything that I do. Why are you getting all upset now? But I tried to make a mention to him. I was like, it's not that you hate everything. It's just that nothing seems to make him happy anymore. There's no news that he's like, now this I'm excited for.
I don't even know if Pikmin 4 will make him happy.
Yeah. It's just like, what are you excited to play anymore?
I had to wait 6 years for it.
He'll just feel relief. It's like,
finally, what took him so long?
No, more the fact that now my wife won't beat me anymore because she's like the one that really wants it. Yeah.
So I don't know, but I guess
we love you, Kevin. We love you. Come shack with us.
Coming back on the NES, until I get Blades of Steel or Tecmo Super Bowl, there's not a whole lot that they can give me now that I'm just like.
You mean you're already burned out on Tecmo Bowl?
There's a couple that I'd be.
Well, I mean.
He crushed me, Caroline. Our Shaq Tecmos continues.
I mean,
he crushed me.
Sorry, Eric Green, Chaffee, you're done.
That's it.
Doesn't matter who wins. You're done. It's mine. I'm taking the crown.
Shots fired.
Just be ready to play Donnie for third place. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh,
That's all I'm going to say, boys. Pack it up. Ask Bobby the Nintendo Guru. He'll tell you. He'll tell you. But, it is what it is. It's cool, little add-on. Give me some Super Nintendo games now. Want to play some Super Mario Kart. That's what I want.
we're not going to get them until probably summer next year.
Next year. It'd be this time next year.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Summer next year.
Donnie, you've had some more time with the Super Mario Party.
Yes.
How are you feeling? I mean, I listened to the show, and at first I was like, "You're talking about this stuff," and I was like, "Wait, I got a counterpoint to this," and then you're like, "I realized that I've got the fan," and then I was like, "Okay."
I'm scared. Yeah, I'm scared to give any opinion because I feel like the way that I play Super Mario Party is so different, and my conditions are so different that they can never be like. I don't feel like I know anybody else that can match them. So I'm telling you something that you just can't relate to. And it puts
the last Mario Party I owned was on the GameCube. So what was that? 3 or was that 4?
Oh no, honey, there were 4 of them done for the GameCube.
Yeah, that could be
4, 5, 6, and 7 were on the GameCube.
Yeah,
8 and 9 came to.
So I had 4.
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
So that was the last one I owned because I had friends like Lucas lived literally 5 minutes away. I had a couple of friends that'd come over. I could have 4 people play it, and that's not a thing because I'm no fun and old now.
Okay, so with everything said about me having a family and kids and stuff that want to that play with me. Hang on a second. To edit something out here.
Speaking of family.
36 minutes 50.
The gas station was closed, so I had to drive to McDonald's.
Thank you.
Here's your soda.
I appreciate it, dear. Will you bring me the rum now? I love you so much.
Some of my favorite Donnie moments on
I'll make
stream.
it worth it later.
Number 1 was
Look at his face!
number 1.
Jesus!
Number 1 is now. No, where are the heels? Where are the heels? That's number 1. Number 2 is no. I'm podcast. Go get the dog food. Go get the dog food. I'm busy.
Super Mario Party, right? Should we leave? Should we leave that in the show or not? Now I'm thinking, should we leave it in the show?
This has already been not family friendly with the comments that you made earlier about my office.
It's just like the episode of The Simpsons. The jokes go over ahead of the young ones.
That's true. That's true. I said nothing explicit, Caroline.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
all good.
Okay.
Whatever.
Noticing that I have conditions that are not met by others, and that my opinion will probably not be felt by anybody else because the conditions are different. We've played Super Mario Party 4 different playing sessions since then. We've played as a group. We've played in pairs of 2. I've played solo. I've probably played the game 6-7 hours.
Wow.
We love Super Mario Party. I don't know what all the fuss is about, to be quite honest with you. I'm not here to tell you that it's the greatest game ever made. I'm not here to tell you it's a 10 out of 10. I'm not going to go some stupidness, but it's at least an 8. It's super quality. It looks great. It runs great. It's got a lot of diversity. It's got a lot of variety. There's a lot of different things you can do. You can play it a bunch of different ways. And me and my son absolutely eat up every bit of that baseball game. That baseball game in Toad's Rec Room is legit. That's the hotness. That game is so much fun, and it's super fun if you play it in 4 people.
Is it better than Rusty's Real Deal
Baseball? It is better than Rusty's Real Deal Baseball. Hey, Rusty's Real Deal Baseball wasn't actually all that bad. All right, so
I enjoy it. I played it quite a bit.
This game is way better than Rusty's Real Deal Baseball. It's so cool because in 4-player mode, you can play. One person plays with the pitcher, the other person controls the outfield, and the outfield is just like a slider. It's like a pinball game. You just slide these gloves back and forth, and people hit the ball, and if it goes in the glove, they're out. So it's super simple, but it also looks great, and it's super fun. It really is super fun because the pitching, basically the way the pitching works, if you think about a pinball machine, right? You can pull down the lever, and the harder you pull, the faster you shoot the ball. The less you pull, the slower you shoot the ball. That's exactly how pitching works. The ball comes to a little machine, you pull the lever back. If you pull it all the way back, you throw a fastball. If you pull it just a little bit back, you throw like a little softball, and you can move it left and right. So it's really fun because you can get real gamey with it. Kind of got some of that soccer slammers, strikers stuff to it, because you can pull it all the way back, and I'm expecting, and then just go up to the end and just tap it, and the ball just barely rolls, and they swing early, and they strike, you're out of there.
It's the exact opposite feeling of trying to hit a tee shot in that NES golf game.
It's the opposite of that game, yeah. That NES tournament golf is the worst. But, yeah, Super Mario Party, so the first night my son and I played, my daughter was grounded. We played against each other on the...
I saw that mention. I was like, oh, poor Victor.
They were on... there's the river rafting mode, which is pretty fun. Basically, it's Mario...
That looks fun.
It's not as fun as I thought it was from the previews. From the previews, you hear a lot... I heard a lot of people talking about it.
So you're not like the Treehouse folk, and you're here with your, oh, guys, we got to go to the right.
No, yeah, exactly. So basically, the rafting part of the game is Mario Party, the board game, except in between mini games, you have like this motion control game where you move the raft left and right, and you have to co-op, and you can hit ramps and hit power-ups and stuff like that.
Extend your time.
Exactly. But here's what it is. It's a faster game of Mario Party. The board game takes like an hour.
Do you get like, are there only mini games that you can play in certain modes? Like, are there mini games that are specific to the rafting mode that aren't there in the board game?
I haven't seen that at all. I'm pretty sure we've played other ones. You do unlock them, so in the modes, as you keep playing them, you unlock them. So all 80 you can play in minigame mode, but they're not all immediately available in the board game mode. So you got to kind of play the board game to get them all.
That's generally how it works.
And then, so like the rafting I appreciate because maybe you don't have an hour and 15 minutes to play the long board game. So you hop into the river rafting and you play 30 minutes. Or you hop into the mini games and you play your favorites. And it kind of works like the NES online. You hop into the mini game and it just opens up this giant panel tile of all these games you can play. And you go and click through them and play them. Or you head over to Rec Room and you do these co-op games that are fun. All the Rec Room stuff is like multiplayer. So everything is kind of divided well. I don't think a lot of people appreciate, for a game that's based on minigame, the amount of hand-holding early on. There's definitely that, hi, I'm Toad. Let me tell you, here are the minigames. Here's the river mode. Here's the board game mode. You gotta
get a voice right. Hi, I'm
Toad. I can't do that, but yes.
Oh my god, yes.
So I don't think people...
Oh, no.
There's a Donald Trump joke to make here that I just can't.
This has been the most lewd episode.
Before I came down here to record this, Jessica and I watched a show on Discovery about finding a Yeti. How perfect to just go along with what Donnie just said.
That's true.
Wow.
But that stuff aside, once you get through all the hand holding and everything, the game, the board game.
I'll get serious.
Getting with our board with video game guys. The board game is legit super fun. It literally had my daughter in tears. My daughter had the worst 3 turns you could possibly imagine.
Oh.
She had the thing, so...
But I thought she was grounded.
Well, it was after she got ungrounded, we played again. The thing that I really enjoy about the board game, to entice anybody to go buy this game, because it's good, it's a quality game, is it's definitely the best Mario Party since GameCube. Yeah.
That's good.
It's better than 3DS ones, and I like the 3DS ones. I like them both, actually. I liked Island Tour and Star Rush. I like them both. They were fun. But also, I was playing those with 3 or 4 3DS systems and my kids. You know, it's a whole separate thing, you playing it by yourself. But they're way better than the Wii ones, I think. So all the way back to GameCube, I think this is the best one. But when I was playing the board game with the family our first night, it was so good because there is this... So you collect coins as you play, but stars are worth more than coins. Stars appear randomly on the battle on the board game, on the board. And basically, whoever gets to the star first basically gets them. But along the way...
That's how it works.
Right, but along the way, you'll hit a vendor that'll sell you power-ups. One of the power-ups is the Golden Tunnel that'll just basically put you right in front of the star. Mm-hmm. So I got a star first, then Jack got a star, just playing the random game. Victoria's about to get a star, but I had a Golden Tunnel, so I went and took the star. She's super mad. Then she was going to go again, but Jack phoned a friend. He ended up having like 4 people in his party, so every time he rolled like a 9. So he just bypassed her and stole the star. Then she got a star, but then the computer player literally got like a steal card and stole her star. So there was like this. It was like in 12 minutes, she missed out on 3 stars in a row, and everybody had stars.
Too.
She was in tears. She was like, "I hate this game. It's not fun at all." She was
like Mario Party.
She was pissed.
We can go have our own little party over in the corner where we play Animal Crossing.
And then at the end they have, the standard Mario Party stuff, like the person who won the most games gets a star. The person who moved the less got a star. She didn't get any of them. So it was like this huge, she was like, they should give me a star because I didn't get any stars.
They normally have the pity star. They normally do.
So she came dead last, just in the first game. She came second in the second game. And, so some of that fun, that strategy of when to play your power-ups and stuff is there. And then the dice mechanic is cool. When you get allies, they have their own dice. So you can pick to choose which dice you want to play. And every dice has, like, different capabilities. So some dice you could roll, maybe they have, like, 3 1s on the dice, but then they also have, like, a 5 and a 6. So it's like a 50% chance you hit a 1, and
Do
there's
they still
a
have,
50% chance you hit a 6.
The low dice where it's the 1, 2, 3, and then the high dice where it's the 4, 5, and 6. Do they still have those?
And then some dice like have a coin on the thing, so you may not move at all on the board, but you just farm coins by rolling coins and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So you can pick and choose which one, and then your party can roll their own dice, and then all together you've got the mini games and everything. It's a good game. It's a Mario Party game. The only thing that I would say, if you're looking for some criticism, if you are one of those people, because I know they exist because they flood my Twitter and reviews, that absolutely hates motion controls, Mario Party might not be for you because a lot of the mini games are motion control based. A lot of them are. I would say maybe half of them incorporate motion controls.
Wow.
In a lot of ways, this is kind of like the super best excellent version of 1-2 Switch. Because there's a lot of like similar things. There's a frying pan game. There's a bottle thing where you shake the Joy-Con to shake the stuff out of the bottle. There's stuff like that you do. But there's also like the 3v1 stuff. There's like cannon fire games. There's this one game that I really like where you and it's a co-op game. So it's 2v2 where you both have to complete a math equation, and the person with the most math gets the most cannonballs to shoot the other person's thing down. I think that's cool.
Like, no.
I think it's cool because my kids are kids and we're trying to, they're trying to learn math. So I was like, this is cool. Like, this is a game I actually enjoy.
I didn't buy Brain Age. Okay, this is Mario Party.
Just a mini game.
I love Brain Age.
All of the sports ones are really good. I would say maybe except soccer. Soccer probably has the most, like, soccer could be the best. The problem is the game is so short. You play a soccer game in like 40 seconds. And so
it's a mini game,
right? But the way that you play it with so many players on the field, because it's like 9v9 soccer. Like if you're only going to play 40 seconds, like it should be like 2v2. There's all kinds of computer characters everywhere. So in my opinion, soccer, I'm like, you either kind of want to play longer or you should eliminate some of the field because it's we tie a lot. Because there's the Mario Party rubber banding and stuff like that. One of my favorite ones is they have a football one. And it's not like football, like American football, like we're thinking about. You're on a grid, and these like big defensive linemen, Mario football guys come running through the grid, and you all just have to dodge each other, and they just keep running from
the ones
top
from
down,
Odyssey.
left, right. Yeah, so that's fun. That's super fun, and I like a lot of the mini games. There were none that I was just like, this is really dumb. There were a couple that I was just like, that's not, it's not necessarily fun, but. There were none that was like egregious. There were none that I actually thought like I don't want to do this. So between all of the different modes, 80 mini games is a lot. We still haven't played them all. 80 mini games is a lot. Not. Toad's Rec Room is something we'll constantly. If you guys didn't notice it, I'm sure you guys did, but for those of you that come to our Discord, I flooded our Discord with GIFs and videos and tweets and stuff because that baseball game is so much fun. The baseball game alone is worth it. Just go by and play baseball.
The mobile mobile Discord experience is like, because it doesn't give you any of that. I was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, exactly, right. And then you get on the computer and it's like,
sense.
Oh, yeah. So
well worth the money investment is what I'm hearing. You're having a great time with it.
Yeah,
I think there's pockets of people. I think there's a lot of negative out there, but there's a lot of people I've seen. I know, like Jam.
I'm definitely getting it.
Great time with it. Nintendo Talk likes it. A lot of people are having a lot of fun with it.
Hkin Legacy's been playing it with his wife, and they've been having a great time.
If you're asking for a review, if you have anybody to play locally, I think it's worth it. Buy it. if you're buying this solely to play with friends online, it's not worth it because the online mode isn't that exclusive.
Not
if you are playing this, if you were one of these people who say, "Hey, I don't have kids, I would play it with just me and my wife," it is worth it.
Yeah.
Split those Joy-Cons and have fun, man. It's super fun. It's super fun.
I would destroy her.
What if you're like me and you kind of get physically violent against your spouse if you lose?
Melissa and I are totally going to have a drunk stream where we just sit back and play Mario Party, and it's going to be a blast.
Yeah.
Can all four of us just get together and just do this?
We should do this.
Now we're talking.
I feel like it would be bad news.
Oh, it'd be fun. We should split,
Just
though.
send the kids over
split the
somewhere.
couples.
And, yeah.
We should girls versus boys.
There you go.
Oh, boy.
I like it. Guys, before we run too long, we did have some couple questions I think we need to hit tonight.
Sure.
So our direct from you section we like to call here on Nintendo Shack.
Please understand.
Thank you. Where's the banana? Does anyone have the banana? No? Okay.
I personally liked the donuts with Bill. Y'all remember that one?
Donuts are always good in my book. Okay.
Yeah.
So starting off, we got some awesome people from the community that took the time to give us a couple questions to fire away. Shell Shock Prime, the Scaremaster himself. What is a classic video game series that should make a comeback on the Switch?
I love this question.
I feel like this question is one that we've addressed in so many different podcasts that I feel almost repetitive in answering. So I will just...
Well.
I'll just...
We haven't, actually answered it.
Okay.
It hasn't been point blank asked.
So
we've mentioned Castlevania recently.
Sure.
Castlevania's a good one.
Mm-hmm. But I mean... That's a classic video game series, but are we talking about making a comeback? It was released in 360. It's not like it's been gone that long.
Yeah, some of that's been gone for...
The answer that I always give, and always makes me feel like people just roll their eyes at me, because I'm going to say Clock Tower.
I forgot all about that game.
You know, when I played, what is it, the Coma? Yeah, when I played the Coma and that other one, those are Clock Tower-ish games that I really enjoy. And playing those games always make me want Clock Tower again. Because they are these games where you have these puzzles to advance, clear the area, get the item to unlock the door, to get to the stairs, to get to the elevator, and all the time you're dodging this sociopath serial killer, that's going to kill you, or this zombie or whatnot. And Clock Tower did it first, and quite frankly, at least through my nostalgia glasses, I think Clock Tower did it best, because it was really a grounded, scary story versus a cartoony zombie thing that, those other games are. So
yeah,
Clock Tower is one that, and even in today's age, because, we see this Crash comes back and the PlayStation Classic, and there's people nostalgic for this. I think if somebody got the license and they said, here's a Clock Tower game and it's a 2D, survival adventure game, I think a lot of people would get excited for it. So that's always the one that I'm asking for.
It's funny that the two answers that I immediately have are being already revived. Toe Jam and Earl.
Yeah,
have a new game coming.
Great game.
What was the other one that I had and now I've lost already, and now hopefully it comes back, and it probably won't, and now I'm eating up airtime trying to remember it, because there's another game that just has another version, a new release coming. Oh, Streets of Rage.
Yep.
That's one. Got a new game coming out in that series. So I think
Streets of Rage 4.
So I think for me, I'd have to go back and I'd have to pull something from the NES that would...
Yeah, I was thinking of NES games, because we did kind of mention this for Sega a couple weeks ago when we had the Sega question.
Because I don't think it's been proper, and I think you could do cool things with it, and I know it still exists. I'd like to see Contra come back a new way, a new form. I don't think you do side scrolling anymore. And maybe FPS, but I think third person type of thing. But I think there's still isn't there some weird mobile thing with that? I don't know.
Ooh,
I'm not sure.
Sorry, but you said mobile and it just completely Bust a Move.
Ooh,
I'm totally down for another Bust a Move game.
Dude, I love
played that
Bust
game.
a Move, and then Bubble Bobble, and then
Monkey
another
Ball.
great game on NES that I played. You ever heard of Snow Brothers?
No.
That was a cooperative side-scrolling. That was fun. It was a lot of fun. But I'm gonna go. Here's an oddball. See if you've ever heard of the game, Mappy Land. Ever heard of Mappy Land? It's this weird game on NES.
I feel like you're just making up stuff now.
Right?
I had it.
Yeah.
Look it up. I'm pretty sure it's been at Games Done Quick. Go. It was an interesting game.
They would do something like that.
Robo Warrior.
Robo Warrior, I know.
Remember
Yeah.
that? I would say,
Hey,
unfortunately, it still exists, Bomberman, but it's never. It's
it's never going to be the
Not
same.
like
Go
it.
away. Just
Let's bring back the Game Boy Wars Advanced Wars series.
yo.
Switch Wars, yo.
You're talking about me. Advance Wars.
Switch Wars.
Battalion Wars. I loved
Oh, yes,
all
Battalion
any
Wars.
of that. Any
Okay,
of
so
that
yeah,
I'm all for.
Battalion Wars was
Can I
the
say
Wii.
Star Fox?
That's why we're waiting for Wargroove. Like that's the whole
Yeah.
thing with Wargroove. It's like, where is this game? We're dying for it. I would be, I'll say this.
Root beer tapper.
Because Fire Emblem is so big and so popular, I would say I'd rather have Battalion Wars than Advance Wars. Because Advance Wars literally is Fire Emblem with tanks, whereas Battalion
It
Wars
is.
is kind of more like a Valkyria Chronicles type thing.
And that's why Fire Emblem hit so well with me, because I played
Yeah.
Advance Wars
Yeah.
before, and it was
Yeah.
just, the same thing.
super good. Super good.
I'm going to say one to make Donnie mad. He's just going
Uh-oh.
to say, never! Ice Climber.
Oh, F that. F that. Oh,
That game sucks.
I thought I was bracing for Balloon Fight.
Can you imagine if they gave it
Wario
like
Land.
Ooh, I'd be
dude,
down for
Wario-
Wario Land, yeah.
We need a real, seriously, another Wario
Oh, it's coming.
kind of game.
Yeah, it's coming.
Mario Hockey.
Oh,
Ooh,
gosh.
Mario Strikers.
Mario Strikers came.
Mario Cross Check.
So the Wii, yeah.
The Wii,
It's
the
been a
last
while.
time it came
Blades
out,
of
it's been a
Steel.
while. Yeah, but Bust a Move on Switch in HD would be so dope. I would be down for that. And thinking of that made me think of Super Monkey
Dude,
Ball.
I can hear this that bus.
Oh, I love Super Monkey Ball.
Super Monkey Ball would be great.
We said that one for the Sega one, though.
That'd be
Because that's a Sega.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Sarah,
Shock.
do you have
I
another one you want to
appreciate it as always,
highlight,
man.
or did you get all yours?
F-Zero.
No!
Ooh.
Die!
Die.
Die!
Okay,
Game,
wait,
you
no.
die. Oh,
Can you imagine the Star Fox and the F-Zero, getting that Star Fox Grand Prix or whatever. Star Tropics!
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. Did you guys play Star Tropics for the NES?
I've never played it.
Jesus, Donnie. All right, so Star Tropics and the second Star Tropics was pretty good. That's a game that you would love, Donnie. I really feel like you would.
Zoda's Revenge, or
Yeah,
whatever.
Zoda's Revenge.
I was kind of saving that for the next question. So do we want to pop Paul Calico?
Yeah, Paul.
Thanks,
Calico.
Paul. Thank you for writing us again. I miss you, man.
When and what 3 games are coming to the Switch NES app thingy? Will Turtles in Time ever be on the Switch?
So my answer for Turtles in Time is no.
No,
Licensing and
I
all
also
that.
agree.
That's never
I
gonna
agree.
happen. But I did. The NES isn't my thing. I didn't grow up with the NES. But there are some games that I've experienced with Virtual Console and stuff that I like. But there are some that I've never played, like Star Tropics. So that was one of the ones I was going to bring up now, Star Tropics.
I think that would,
Really good game.
To satiate Kevin, because he says it every time anybody says NES, I was going to say Bubble Bobble, because he likes it. I play the NES Classics, not really my thing, but maybe on Switch I'd give it a little more. Mine that I would say, obviously the one here, Super Mario 2. That's got to come soon. They got to announce that and bring that out. Kirby's Adventure, one of my favorite NES games. I think it's gorgeous. Like from the NES side, compared to NES games, Kirby's Adventure is gorgeous.
It was end of the lifetime.
Exactly.
So,
It's like Mario, but super pretty.
Right.
It's like the super pretty version of Mario Bros.
1993 or something.
So,
Yeah.
Kirby's Adventure is one that I'd be down for, and Castlevania 3. Those are the
we don't
ones that
have
I'd
enough
enjoy.
LJN representation on the NES
Guys,
online
it's-
service. We need all the LJN games,
I was trying to think.
Which ones?
Punch Out is out.
like Bill and Ted and all the other horrible games.
Oh,
like Back to the
yes.
Future. Anything with that rainbow logo, it's just terrible bad.
Hey man, that Bill and Ted game was pretty good.
No, was it?
I
guess
don't
it
have my
was.
Switch. I bought a
From
game.
a girl that loved Bill and Ted the movies. It was awesome.
Flux,
I
I
don't
bought,
like-
I bought a game called Crossing Souls. Have you heard about this game? It's from Devolver Digital. I just had coins to burn, so I bought it. And it's like $14.99. I think I got it for roughly $8 or $9.
I don't have the luxury of coins to burn.
Surfer, or was it? I liked Skater or Skier Die. That was the good one to have.
Crossing
Skater
Souls
Die was
is this 80s flavored, and they have like these 80s
I
Saturday
gotta Google
cartoon stuff. It's an 80s adventure game. And I started to play it because I've just kind of been looking for stuff to play. And I kind of dig it. It's kind of okay. And I was thinking of you because of this old stuff that you always bring up, these old school adventure games. Maybe you'd really like it. It's from Devolver Digital. They're good. I mean, it's good. It's fun.
Donnie, did you like Paperboy? Did you ever play Paperboy?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my god,
And I do.
You need to get Video Kid. It's literally 80s
Video
memorabilia everything.
Okay.
$5.
Oh,
Okay.
this game looks pretty cool.
It's
That's
Paperboy, but it's like it's got Fraggle Rock cameos, Jessica Rabbit. I mean, every single 80s cameo that you can possibly think of is in this game.
So
And
this
that's kind of what Crossing Souls is. They've got all
this is
these...
like Saturday morning Stranger Things.
Kind of, yes. Yeah, kind of. It's pretty neat. So I'm sorry. I played maybe an hour of it, to be honest with you, Flex. I have no idea of a review of where the game's going to go. But I heard it on another podcast, and I was looking at it, and I had coins to burn. I was like, this looks cool. So I was kind of in the mood, so I give it
I forget. I can't remember. Is Balloon Fight on the online service yet?
I hope not.
I think it was the
I hope
first bunch, actually.
not.
I
But
thought it was, but that has to be there. I would want.
Go away and die.
I need Double Dragon 2.
Yes.
After
Oh,
Double Dragon, I want
Dragon
Double
Warrior.
2.
Give me the original Dragon Warrior. Dragon Quest. I mean,
I
it's
want
the original
my
Dragon
pick.
Quest.
I want Double Dragon 2. I want. Oh gosh, what's the Jackal? Because I love
Jackal. We love Jackal.
And then what is my third game?
I mean, Contra.
Yeah, Contra. That's the top. That'd be.
No, I'm
great.
not playing that.
Dun, 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 dun,
You know what I
dun,
want?
dun, dun, dun,
I
dun.
want
Kid
Pac-Man,
Icarus?
and I want Tetris.
Tetris
Nintendo
is
published
bad.
Tetris, and I will always play those games. I'll play
Pac-Man is
Tetris
so
more than I'll
much
play
better than Pac-Man.
baseball and tournament golf and these awful pro wrestling games. Like, I'll play Pac-Man. Pac-Man's always good. It's a great formula.
And you'll die from the repeat looping music.
Get this Pac-Man. So much better.
Dude, yeah, Tetris. Tetris would be dope. I'm always down to play Tetris.
I wish Turtles in Time would be on Switch, but yeah, I agree.
Is Rad Racer out? Rad
What?
Racer is fun.
RC Pro-Am?
RC Pro Am is good, but Rad Racer, man.
It's
Great-
Ridge
great game.
Racer. Sorry, I have to every time I hear it.
Ridge
Yeah,
Racer
yeah.
is really
Close to
good
it.
too.
Rad Racer. What about
Rad Racer's
Outrun?
first.
Yes.
Bring
I
back-
don't
Okay.
remember that.
I'll give you that. Yep. That gets a vote up for me.
Now, how will they do Duck Hunt?
They won't.
You can't. just
You
can't.
could. You could do motion
There's
controls.
the thing.
Yeah,
There's
you
the
could do motion
thing in
controls.
the.
I mean, I guess how do they do it on the
You
Wii
shouldn't.
U Virtual Console?
You know what I think they should do? They should do it where you only play it in Switch mode and portable mode and use touchscreen.
You know what would be really crappy? Is if they only made it where you could use it with the NES controllers and they had like the light gun inside those NES controllers. the
Ooh,
Switch.
I believe we have Lucas in the chat and he says, "Isn't Turtles in Time a Super Nintendo game?" Is that
It
a Super
is.
Nintendo game? Because I know
Yeah,
there's
it is
Turtles
Super Nintendo.
games on the NES. I just don't know
There's
them
three.
all.
There's
No.
three Turtles. Yeah, there's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game, and then there's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Manhattan Project. So those are
Yes.
three NES games.
Are they like all the
Turtles in
same
Time
as like the
was
arcade game?
Well,
where you
the first one's the super hard one where you have the top-down overworld, and then you go the side-scrolling in the levels, and it's super hard, and you fight
Yeah.
these weird enemies that make no sense from the game. And then the second one is the one that's basically the NES port of the arcade game.
that's the one I want.
And
I've
then the
only ever
third-
played, like, the
third
Streets of
one's,
Rage ones.
like more of the same, but slightly different.
Okay, I've
Yeah,
only
it's a
ever played
story.
like the Streets of Rage Turtles game.
Oh, yeah, that's the best one anyway.
Okay, yeah, that's the one we want. Good to.
Yeah. Yeah. Paul, Shell Shock, thank you for the questions.
Always,
What are
guys.
we-
Thank you very much.
What are we looking at runtime here? What do we got left here?
We're good. We got an hour. Right an hour. So we're good.
You want to hit what you playing real quick?
Sure.
You guys got anything you want to talk about?
The one game that I want to talk about, but I can't really talk about exactly what I'm playing.
You're on embargo.
I am on embargo. I'm playing Killer Queen Black
Wow.
because I'm in the beta on PC.
Oh,
So I can't.
Nice.
Here's what I can tell you that I'm playing it, but I can't stream it. I can't share footage from it, and I can't tell you anything about how the game runs or the stuff
Right.
that's in it. What I can say is that I finally played this game, and I do think it will be a good fit for Switch. It's fun. It's a quick arcade game, multiplayer co-op thing. I think if Lucas and Jason get into it, I think they will get a lot of time out of it because they're super competitive, and I think they could squad up and find a way to play. There's a bunch of different roles, and I'm still learning it, but I'm very excited to have been in the beta, and I'm very excited to play. So I fired up that Steam, and I've been playing a little bit, and the art style is going to fit Switch well. And like I said, the gameplay is going to... The matches are super quick. So if you were ever wondering what this was, there are basically three different classes of a character you can play with, each with their own ability and their own objective, and then you work as a team to accomplish the objective to beat the other team, and a match literally lasts a minute and a half, maybe tops.
Oh, nice.
You know,
That's
minute,
nice.
minute, 2 minutes, and
That'll
your
be,
team wins or loses.
It's a really fun party.
You get mad, you go on. You
Yep.
get mad, go on.
Yeah, you don't even have time to get mad because it's just you're in the next one already.
Yep,
right?
you're in the next
Just
one
like
already.
just like that weird hat game looks oddly fun to me, just because it looks so weird. That one they Indies up.
So between that, I played that, and then I've been playing Super Mario Party almost religiously. I played that Crossing Souls, and then I fired up that Pokemon Gold, and I went back in time and started playing some Pokemon Gold, and I got my first 2 badges, and just
All the feels.
I've been kind of hanging out with Jack playing Pokemon because we're ready. Like we're a fever pitch
real.
right now. Like it's been a while. Like we want to play Pokemon. Like you know,
I'm
like,
probably gonna not need to be on that episode after even.
oh, we're just going to talk about Pokemon for an hour.
Yeah,
so if you're
so
just
I
going to
should
hate
probably
it,
just
yeah,
not- I
just
should-
take the week
Well,
off.
I'm not gonna hate it, but I'm just gonna have nothing to add to that whatsoever.
I'm getting
So
both
excited.
of them. Both of them.
I can't wait. We've taken the day off. I expect to unbox. I expect to stream, so I'll be there. And not only will I be streaming the game, which everybody will, that's nothing new, but because I bought a new system, I will be streaming the whole system transfer mess in that
nice.
fiasco. So hopefully, you know, we provide some, you know, informative education out there for folks looking to get Switch number 2 and number 3 this holiday.
Gracious.
That's it for me.
Carol, what you got?
Speaking of taking off, I'm taking off December 7th for Smash. I'm going to pick up Smash at Best Buy with all of the amiibo. I think today they announced that the Octoling amiibo 3-pack is coming out the same day.
Are you
So-
doing a midnight pickup?
No, they don't have a midnight pickup at the one that I have. But what I'm doing is, since it's the 7th and my birthday is Saturday the 8th, I am hosting a all-day Caro's birthday Smash Bash stream.
Wow.
And anybody that wants to come play Smash with me, I'm taking the day off Friday the 7th, and we're going to have fun. But as of what I've been playing, Arena of Valor kind of, you know, left a sour taste in my mouth last week, and I've been playing.
I gotta say,
You didn't hit anybody this time,
I was
did you?
Just like,
Yeah. I've been chilling out with some Stardew again. I've been chilling out with Stardew Valley for the past week, and playing Dragalia Lost too, because that event started last week. And once you get all of the event stuff, like they have a event-specific dragon and an event-specific character that you can collect.
I don't
and
even
a
know
bunch
what I'm
of
doing
other
in that
things.
game. I still play it though. I don't even know what I'm
Oh
doing.
my gosh, there's so many people that I know that are like, yeah, I'm story and stuff, and my kingdom is already level 100, and I'm like, what? How?
What the-
How? They just don't sleep, I guess. I don't know. So anyway,
On that N64 Josh schedule.
right?
Yep.
4 hours of sleep. I'm just having a really fun time with,
Good.
you know, it's a nice little mobile time killer for me.
Okay, Emo Flux. Tell us.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Well, guys, I thought Mega Man 11 was going to be like, I took the time to give Lucas made the art. I'm like, I'm going to make Mega Mondays a thing. We're going to stream Mega Man through some congruent Mondays, multiple weeks. And then you were like, Donnie, you remember you're like, I expect you to have it beaten in a week and a half. I was like, no, this game is hard. This isn't going to happen. And then I literally finished it in less than a week. And then I was like, oh, it took me 4 hours to do it. And then I was
Doesn't
just like,
surprise me at all. The way Jason plays games, Caroline, is
Oh, I know.
so different. He's so... It's almost like an obsessive-compulsive thing. He just zeroes in a laser focus, and he
Oh,
does
when I was
nothing.
watching-
He does nothing else but that until it's done.
I was watching him play Hollow Knight, like the boss rush
Oh
mode.
god,
and
the
just,
focus
like,
is steerly focus. Yeah.
that's why I think I'm a really bad streamer, because I get hyper focused on what I'm playing, and then there's nothing
No,
else.
you're
Like,
perfect for like speed running. Dude, can you imagine if you were a speedrunner? You would be next level.
Yeah, you should
I
do
tu-
a
I turned into
stream.
that kid from The Wizard.
You should do a stream. You should stream just with no mic and stuff, and just do your thing, because people would. Yeah, Caroline's right. There are
Seriously,
people
yeah,
out there for that.
People love people that are really good at games.
I haven't popped in Mega Man. Like we bought it and I haven't turned it
Well,
on.
luckily,
And I don't think I'm gonna
there's
open
that,
it.
There's that lower difficulty setting, because normal, like that game, like when I first played it. Okay, so that first time I played it, I did what is it, Blockman? I think that's the one that's in the demo. I was like, okay, I can get through this stage, and I got through it. I think I had to use Energy Tank still, because I just didn't want to have to repeat it.
Sure.
And then the rest of the night, I played for like an hour. The rest of the night, I couldn't even make it to a boss. I couldn't even make it to the boss. I died in the normal stages. And then I think I put the game on the shelf a little bit, and then I picked it up on Thursday. I went to a movie, got home late, and I was like, I'm just going to play a little Mega Man handheld. Again, I think I made it to one boss. I'd never even survived the stages to make it to the boss. I was like, I'm playing on normal difficulty. I'm like, holy crap, this game is kicking my butt. And then, because it's like, I had this internal dilemma. It's like, well, am I really a Mega Man player if I'm buying the upgrades and using all the advantages that the game's given me? And then
the answer is no, you're not. So you need to play it again now. You got to replay.
Yeah. Well, then I reached out and people like, you guys are like, well, if it's in the game, you should probably use those things. And I was like,
I'm using
whatever.
every bit of it.
So then I was like, I get all these bolts. I'm going to stock up on E-tanks. I'll have extra lives. I'll get some of the upgrades. And trust me, once you get the upgrade, really the key to this game is you abuse the hell out of the double gear system or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Because you get an upgrade that when you slow down the game, you still move at normal speed.
Yeah.
Total game changer because you can destroy mini bosses and enemies with that.
Sure.
And that makes the whole.
First question that I have for you: did you use Amiibo?
No.
Okay, because I've heard Amiibo unlocks a lot of that stuff too, so I'm planning
on
sitting down with my stack of cards and just swiping those bad boys through because I'm going to need them.
I didn't even think to scan one. So Friday night after we recorded If We're on Nintendo, I was like, okay, let's just play some more Mega Man. And I took down like 2 bosses, maybe 3. I was like, okay, we're rolling. And then like Sunday afternoon when my son was napping, it's like, let's just play a little more, see if I can take down a few more bosses. And I just took down a boss. Took down another boss.
Jason's like that South Park episodes, like Simpsons did it. Jason's just like, Jason beat it. Jason beat it. He beat it already. Jason beat it.
And then I was like, well, I'm at the Wily stages. I can't stop now. And then I was like,
of course not. You can't stop. Why not?
That's it. So I just kind of like, I don't think the Mega Man, the classic Mega Man works anymore. As much as I love Mega Man, I don't think the classic Mega Man.
Well, now you got to go and do all the challenge modes and the leaderboards. That's your whole new thing, man.
That doesn't even. I looked at those. I'm like, no.
Really?
I have no desire. Yeah,
you're doing Debris Infinity and all the Gauntlet stuff, but you don't want to do that. That is right up your alley. Go chase the leaderboards, really man. Go do it.
Doesn't excite me at all. Ooh. I don't know why.
I think Flex is scared.
So I thought maybe
just a little.
I might try it on superhero mode to see what happens. But honestly, it was fun. I mean, I'll go back to it, but. Here's what I still have the most fun with. Debris Infinity. I'll tell you why. Once we get those friend leaderboards, that's going to be perfect. But I'm just like minding my own business. I was playing Mega Man. I was like, nope, I'm going to go to bed now. Then all of a sudden, my Twitter blows up. Mathman, 1024.
Uh-oh.
Calling out Fluxay, and I see his name right above mine on leaderboard. I was like, nope.
That's the worst thing you can do. For both of you, because here's the thing. He's not going to rest until he beats you, and that's the sad thing, because then Jason's going to be all sad and sleepy, because he's going to be like, I stayed up until 5 in the morning to crush this person's soul. So...
That's exactly. I was like, I just love it because I was like, I was well rested. I had this awesome run, and I just got right up in the top 20 again. I probably could have gotten higher until I screwed up, and then I got to send that tweet, and I was like, "Don't awaken the beast."
I'm terrified for Caroline. And seriously, I'm terrified for Smash. You've never played Jason Smash.
I know.
Like, our Smash stream is going to be like me, you, and Kevin, and it's going to be like the Avengers versus Thanos. Like, all 3 of us will be trying to beat him. We'll just be smacked around like a bunch of nobodies.
I mean, play like Ganondorf then, right?
It's just going to be awful. Yeah, like,
yeah,
we'll be doing like weird stuff. He'll be like, pick who I am, and we'll be like, you're going to be blah, 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 and he still beat the crap out of every one of us. I mean, it's rough.
Just be happy my main is like a C-tier character.
I don't even know what that means.
Who's your main?
I don't even know what that means.
Oh, that's right.
Falco's just not good.
So Benji asks, so is it hard or not hard? And I would add to this, like, on the Hollow Knight scale, Mega Man, like, where are you coming from? You've been doing Dead Cells, you did the Messenger, you did Hollow Knight.
Dude,
how's Mega Man fit in here?
I think Mega Man is probably it's above Messenger, but Dead Cells is by far the hardest.
Okay,
it's nowhere near Hollow Knight. I mean, Hollow Knight's on a whole different thing, but I think that's the problem where Mega Man fails because we have games like Hollow Knight that have just taken what side-scrolling in story and atmosphere, and Mega Man, you just feel like you're dropped into these little individual experiences, and it's just there's just more that needs to happen now with games because so many other games have pushed that medium so far that Mega Man just feels like so like Mega Man 12. I think it's great. But here's the thing. I can go back and I can play Mega Man 1, 2, and 3, and I love those experiences. But now it's just like something new. I expect more. But if they took that engine and gave me Mega Man 1, 2, and 3 in that engine, amazing. I think that'd be awesome. I'd love to play that.
I was going to say that with the NES stuff. Do you think they'll ever put Mega Man in NES classics, or do you think because they have their libraries they won't?
I don't know. That's a good question. I was thinking about that too.
I think they will later. I think they will, but not until like a year from now.
Yeah.
When everybody that bought it was totally going to buy it, and now they'll put it up there to kind of maybe get somebody playing it for the next one.
Right.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah. And then come at me, bro. Technical. That's one other thing.
Just crushed.
Dude,
Jason, you have to go
crushed.
easy for me on my Smash Bash birthday.
Disheartened. Oh, no.
Well,
he's going to ruin your birthday.
Here's the thing. You're
He's going to
about
ruin
how
your
Friday you're gonna
birthday.
play. Here's my Friday. I'm going to work till 4:30. I'm going to come home. I'm going to dad until 7. Then I'm going to be husband
He's
until...
gonna smash until 4 a.m.
No, then I'm going to be husband until 10. And then I'm going to, if we're on Nintendo, till 11:30. And then I'm going to be like, mother effer. Because there's my whole day.
Got 30 minutes to play Smash for the...
No, here's what's happening. If I turn it on...
Oh, yeah, that's right.
If I turn it on, I'm going to like play until 2 in the morning.
So
And here's
you
the
can
thing.
play on my actual...
I'm not
I'll
doing,
do it
Jason, I'm
birthday.
going to tell you this now. I'm not doing any Smash tournament with you. It's not fair. I need to be like at the kids' table.
There's handicaps.
I need to be at the kids' table or something.
So, like, seriously, like, my birthday
I haven't played
thing
Smash
is what
since
I'm gonna do is
2017.
Doesn't matter,
I'm
Jason.
gonna be bad.
Nobody cares.
classic mode, adventure
I'm gonna
mode.
be bad for 2 weeks.
I'm one of
Jason,
those
you beat
kids
Mega
that
Man in
just-
2 hours. Shut up. Go ahead, Caroline.
Oh, I just said I just want to collect trophies and stickers. That's all
I just want to see the songs and the stages.
I'll
I'm
jump on
such like
Caro's
the
stream
dumbest
on
Smash
nap time
player.
on Saturday.
I'm like, stop hitting me. I'm trying to see the boat.
Yeah,
I'm there to
no,
see the
like,
stuff in the
seriously.
background. I'm like,
What-
leave me alone.
One time I did do that. Like I was
And I
trying
have
to.
to-
I was trying to collect all the CDs in Wii U or something. And I was playing somebody. I was like, "Let me get the CD! No, let me get the CD!" Seriously.
Yeah, I'm just here for the fun stuff. I don't care about any of this.
I have to 3-stock Dev though. That's been a rule. That's been made. That's made.
I told
been
you
made
not to
clear
mention
by
him
his-
until
by his
golf
Discord.
story.
By his Discord exploits, he has to get 3-stock.
Who?
That guy.
Who's
that's
this
on
person?
OT.
There you go. He who shall not be named.
He's gonna get Falcon punched and flying need, and it's gonna be great.
I'm looking forward to lessons. I need to be taken into the Fluxay School of Smash. I need to learn how to.
I gave him
finally do
5
this.
minutes before.
Here's
he
the thing,
quit.
man.
I totally just button mash Smash. I have
don't
no
think
idea
I can
what
live
I'm
up
doing.
to these unreal expectations you put upon my abilities.
I've
Between
seen it.
you,
He totally
between
can.
you and Skinny Matt and Guru.
Says the
now,
guy who's like
and-
doing the gauntlet, and he's like, "Oh, I beat Soul Master with one hand on a Joy-Con with motion control."
Yeah.
Says the guy who's totally just dominating video games every week. Come on, man! I'm not letting you get off with that
I want
humble
to see
brag.
like firing brain processes like on like an MRI scan or something.
Yeah,
like the
as he
colors
plays
and everything.
Smash.
And then like
top 10 to
Jason's
Infinity.
brain compared to everybody else.
I'm not even in the top 10. I was happy
Only
when
top
I hit.
25.
I was so happy when I got into the top 100 of any video game. I was like, I'm in the
Right.
top 100. Holy crap!
Unbelievable.
Well, see,
there are millions
most
of people in the world.
Most people have usual skills and abilities that lend them to have success in the real world. I do not.
Benji says he flexes on games.
Flex with Flux.
Well, now that the last half of this podcast has become a flex circle jerk, we should probably.
There's another word that with the churns.
We should probably do something else, or just be done.
That's
Yeah.
it.
That's it. Oh, that is going to do it for this week of Nintendo Shack. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in live. Thank you for listening. Give us a review on iTunes. Remember, the Shack now has its own feed. We'd love to get your iTunes review up there. If you check out all our social media, we'll blast the feed out there for you. I know it by memory. Anyway, it's psvg.blog/Nintendo-SAT *format equals RSS. Right? I think
Wow.
that's it.
Wow.
Dude,
Pretty sure that's it.
Here's what you do, guys. You open Google Play, you open iTunes, you open Pocket Cast, and you type in Nintendo Shack. Don't listen to anything he just said. Don't do that.
Yeah. So I'm Jason. That's Caroline. That's Donnie. Thank you guys for listening. Come back for more Nintendo Shack.
Good night, Koopalings.
Whenever you're ready.
All right. This is Frederick from Fire Emblem Awakening. And I forgot the line already. What?